Revelation 11 and 14. The second woe is past. Behold, the third woe cometh quickly. Shalom, shalom. Elected the nation of Israel. It's your brother Padar Shahan here, coming at you with a real quick video. First things first, I would like to give all praises, honor, and glory to Yahweh, Bahashem, Yahweh Shai, Bahashem, Rahach Wadash, which in the ancient Paleo-Hebrew tongue is the correct name of the Heavenly Father, His only begotten Son, and the Holy Spirit. I would like to give double honors to my teachers, the head apostles and elders of Great Millstone, which I learned this truth. I want to send sincere salutations to the brothers pushing this truth all across the four winds in truth and sincerity. And shalom to the Akim and Aquaf who's listening, learning, and studying and show themselves approved. Shalom. Today I'm going to get into a very quick video, pretty much a World War III update. And as of now, December 29th, 2025, there's been a lot of things been happening the last few days that's been actually flying under the radar, due to lack of media coverage and due to misinformation and different other things, distractions like the Epstein files and other things. And that is World War III is intensifying with Venezuela, America and Venezuela going at it. They put up a no-fly zone over Venezuela. The fact that Russia and China is coming to the aid of Venezuela. Not to mention earlier today and you can say yesterday, yesterday and early today, the president of Iran has said they are in a full-scale war with the U.S., Israel, and Europe. And that's all biblical prophecy. Now, I read Revelation 11 and 14. The second woe has passed, and behold, the third woe cometh quickly. Because we're already in World War III, but it's going to intensify into a full-scale, big drawn out war between the nations, as prophesied in the scriptures. And it said, the least of the flock shall draw them out, which are Israel, Iran, and these little small countries. It's going to play a real big role in the World War III getting kicked off on a major scale. I'm going to play a few video clips and maybe pull an article or so and then grab a few precepts, and that would be this. But without further ado, here's an article that came out December 24th. I'm going to just read the title because it says everything it just needs to say. It says, Russia and China strongly condemns U.S. pressure against Venezuela at the UN Security Council. So that just lets you know that China and Russia is going to bag up Venezuela if America continue to put pressure on them. Russia and China is going to bag up Venezuela if Donald Trump and America continue to put pressure on them, taking their oil vessels and trying to seize their gold reserves, which they do have gold reserves in Venezuela. And that right there can kick off a lot of things right there. There's a video from TikTok. I'm gonna play this real quick.
Close the airspace. Well, America, you ready to be at war with Venezuela? Because that's what you got. Donald Trump just announced that he's closed the airspace over that country, and because, one, that's a violation of their sovereignty, and number two, because it's being enforced with our military, and constitutes an act of war. So that's where we're at. No congressional oversight, no declaration of war. It's based upon a foundation of lies from saying TDA was a gang connected to Maduro that was wreaking havoc in America, to saying he's a narco trafficker and responsible for drugs coming into the U.S., when in fact he supplies those drugs to Europe. And on top of all that, he just let the former president of Honduras, who brought 400 tons into this country, facing 45 years in prison. He pardoned him. He doesn't give a shit about drugs. So we're starting a war. Don't know why. Nobody knows what's going on. It's going to go bad because if you look at the trajectory into it, it's the worst we've had in modern history. So buckle.
And what he just said right there is true. It's going to go bad. And it's the worst we ever had in modern history. Because what we're coming into is going to be the worst time ever was known towards men, ever seen, in history, man. You can read that in Daniel 12:1. It's going to be a time of trouble so bad that was never before seen. So we're coming into these times. It's time to, if you're not all the way strapped in, strap up, buckle up, stay prayed up, There's no time, this is not the time to be on the fence, no time to be lukewarm, no time to second guess anything. We should be tapped into the spirit, real heavy in these times right now, man. Let's grab another video clip. And this video clip right here was on December 26th, I believe.
Developing news coming out today, September the 26th, 2025. Let's take a look at the latest headlines with me. Putin ally fires nuclear warning at Trump's United States, and we're hearing that, yes, this is a warning of nuclear bombs, they're saying, that can't be stopped by bomb shelters. This going out to Europe and directly addressing the United States with this warning. So in addition to that, take a look at this. A massive change in Trump's stance on Russia is emerging, and we're hearing that Russia is responding very aggressively to the United States. Trump told Zelensky that he was open to providing new long-range weapons in the potentially huge policy change reports have said. So the United States is now saying we could hand over weapons directly to Ukraine to use against Russia. In addition to that, Putin is pushing the limits. Eastern allies warn Trump not to pull U.S. troops. So right now we're hearing that NATO, European Union, they are telling the United States, please leave your troops in place because right now we are about to enter into a global conflict. And there was a warning that came out about an hour ago. I'm going to share with you the latest. Stick with me here. Take a look at this. Top EU diplomat warns Trump that Europe cannot shoulder Ukraine war burden alone. They're saying we need the United States to be in the middle of the conflict that is taking place right now. 13 hours ago today, Russia dares NATO to shoot down their drones, their aircrafts. As we heard Donald Trump say, shoot them down. Europe said, we will shoot them down. Russia says, we dare you to shoot them down. NATO is ready to defend against the Russian incursions. The Germany's top diplomat says. Zelensky criticizes weak NATO.
You see, everybody's moving into position, man. The Lord is gathering everybody up and gathering everybody up for war, man. You see? And not only is the Ukraine and Russia war still going on and intensifying, Israel and Iran is going at it. And they just declared war on America and Europe. And, Russia is a big brother to Iran, man. It's getting real out here, man. Let's play some more of this, and I'm going to grab that other clip.
So response to Russia's violation. Zelensky saying...
Oh, yeah, and they just said Europe is telling America, we need you directly in this. And Israel going to say, we need you directly in this. And then Babylon the Great, America is still trying to fight Venezuela. And they're going to try to take Taiwan. And then, they just going to be spread too thin. And what's that's going to lead? That's going to lead to a destruction, just like the Romans. They were spread too thin, and then they got beat, man. They got took off. And that's going to happen with Babylon the Great. Let's grab another clip, man. I'm not trying to make this long at all. Get the what Iran said. Here we go. This is the video.
So if you haven't already heard of the full-scale war announcement that's come out in the last 24 hours from Iran against the United States, take a look at the latest headlines with me so you can see it for yourself. Iran's president says the country is in a full-scale war with the United States, with Israel, and with Europe, calling all of them out, saying full-scale war is on. Now, we saw this from the supreme leader on his website, posted by the president of Iran, as they are saying all-out war. And take a look, more headlines coming out in the last 24 hours. Iran's president says that his country is at total war with the United States, with Israel, and with Europe, according to reports coming out. Iran's president says that his country is in a full-scale war with the West. And take a look at this coming out today as well. So not only words, but other things taking place. Iran has now launched new satellites in a show of defiance ahead of the Netanyahu-Trump meeting. We're hearing that from Russia. Iran has launched satellites with the support of Russia that is now circling around the world as they're making these statements. And also take a look, the nuclear issues that we've been having with Iran. Iran is now refusing inspections of nuclear sites until the IAEA provides new guidelines after the bombing that took place. Let me know your thoughts in the comments. A lot of stuff happening in the last 24 hours regarding Iran, nuclear issues, all-out war announcements, satellites being launched into space. And we're seeing this all unfolding today, December 28th, 2025, coming out across the headlines. Let me know your thoughts in the comments down below.
You see? The temperature in the air is war right now, man, and it's biblical. The Lord is gathering these nations and preparing them to fight, man. No matter what they do, like how they do to try to stall it out, you know, with peace talks and things like that, it's just not gonna happen because it's biblical prophecy, and what the Lord says is gonna happen is gonna happen, man. You know, you could try your best not to do something, but if the Lord wants you to, He's gonna pull you and push you to it. Just like how, like, you go fishing and you throw a line in the water, and once that fish bite and that hook get caught in their mouth, hey, it ain't nothing that fish can do, man. And that's exactly what these nations is, how the nations is to the Lord's line. The Lord is putting hooks in their jaws and just bringing them out and drawing them near, man. And drawing them near the war. So let's just grab a few precepts and I'm going to close out. Let's start here in Joel 3:9. It says, proclaim ye this amongst the Gentiles, prepare war, wake up the mighty men, let all the men of war draw near, let them come up. Beat your plowshares into swords and your pruning hooks into spears. Let the weak say, I am strong. And now you see Iran saying they're strong. Venezuela ain't going, you know, without a fight. Some more Russia, some little guys of Russia's, some little Russian allies is saying they ready to fight. China is jumping in, you know, to bag up Venezuela, and same as Russia. You know, the European is asking Babylon the Great to jump in because they can't fight Russia alone. Like, hey, the Lord is preparing for war, man. He's gathering the nations, man, for that big showdown, for that judgment, man. Let's get Jeremiah. Let's go to Jeremiah 50 and 40, 50 and 40, and see. Let's go to Jeremiah 50 and 45. It says, therefore hear ye this counsel of the Lord, that he has taken against Babylon, and his purposes that he have purposed against the land of the Chaldeans. Surely the least of the flock shall draw them out. Surely he shall make their habitations desolate with them, man. You see, The Lord is drawing Babylon the Great out by the least of the flock. All these little nations, Israel and Venezuela, and all these places that seems to be nothing compared to Babylon, is drawing them closer and closer to a major conflict with Gog and Magog, which is Russia, man. Who's a guard unto these little small nations, man. So-called small nations. Let's get Ezekiel, matter of fact, since I said that. Let's get Ezekiel 38 and let's see where I want to go. Let's start in 4. It says, "And I will turn thee back and put hooks into thy jaws." Just like I said, the Lord is putting hooks in their jaws, bringing Russia forth to be a guard unto a lot of different nations. It says, "And I will bring thee forth and all thy army, your horsemen, your horses and horsemen, all them clothed with all sorts of armor, even a great company with buckler and shields, and all of them holding swords. Persia, Ethiopia, and Libya, with them all them with shields and helmets. Gomer and all his bands, the houses of Togarmah of the north quarters, and all his bands, and many people with thee. Be thou prepared, and prepare for thyself, thou and all thy company that are assembled unto thee, and be a guard unto them." So the Lord is going to allow Russia to be a guard unto all those, a lot of these little small countries that's going. So when America, Babylon the Great, comes against them on behalf of some other countries, Russia is going to step in and come in on behalf of those, the opposites, man. So, hey, we in these times. Before that, you gotta, the MOTV is gonna be getting launched off the ground. So a lot of this stuff is gonna come out real fast, back to back. Oh, not to mention, America is gonna have a draft, man. It's gonna be a draft. So, hey, matter of fact, I got a quick little video. It's funny on that, but you can't. This video I'm about to play right here. You can't really just take this serious, but a lot of this stuff he said was, pretty true. So let me see. A little quick video says how to avoid the World War III draft.
18 to 25, you are cooked. You going to 18 to 25, you are cooked. You going to World War III. If you are 26 to 39, you are still cooked because the age cap's at 39. You going to World War III. If you have ADHD, you are cooked. You are going to World War III. If you have diabetes, congratulations, you ain't going to World War III. If you've ever been put in a mental facility, congratulations, you are not going to World War III. If you are in college, I'm sorry, you are cooked. They actually want you more for the draft because they want to put you in a specialized position. You are going to World War III. If you have a master's degree, you are cooked. If you dropped out of high school, you are safe from World War III.
And that right there, I don't believe that. They want a motherfucker who's dropped out of high school, who's not smart enough for, or who haven't done nothing, man. But hey, the thing is, there is going to be a World War III, and a lot of people are going to get drafted, and they're going to, get sent overseas and meet their death, or the Lord's going to be with them if they're a part of the elect. The Lord is going to make them to where they avoid that or get out of that situation. But hey, we're coming into these times of war, the final war at that. At the Valley of Jehoshaphat, man. But before that, like I said, the MOT got to be enacted, and That's one of the major prophecies is going to have to be kicked off first. And I think they're going to be coming around the same time that, you know, MOTV kicking off and then the World War III kicking off, because Esau got to come in real fast because he has but a short time, as it says in Revelation 12:12, man. But I'm going to end it there. Lord willing, this was edifying. Lord willing, it made sense. This was just a quick World War III update on what's going on that I've just been seeing. So with that, I would like to say, Call Allah Yahweh, Bahashem Yahweh Shai, Bahashem Rakakwadash, Kwam Yasharala Wa Baba Ba. Shalom.